Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. I hope you are well. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, thanks so much for coming back. Right now, it is later in the evening and the day got away from me. I was going to film a lot earlier in this day, and then what do you know? It's 7:45, and I'm like, oh no, I don't even have a video scheduled to go up, let alone one filmed to edit and put up. So my plans for filming earlier in the day were thwarted by productivity. That's really what the bottom line was. I was doing some stuff downstairs and lost track of time, and before you know it, my tummy is what told me it was kind of late, and I have yet to eat still. So I'm using my ring light, what little light is left from outside, and hopefully I can get this video filmed and the video that I'm hoping will go up. So because I'm rushing, I am quite disorganized, and I do not like being disorganized. It's just something I really hate. I can have a messy house. I can't be spontaneous. It's just not my nature. Very rarely am I spontaneous. I mean, I have been spontaneous in my life, but for the most part, I am not a spontaneous kind of gal. And then to pile on top of it, my desk is kind of unorganized because from the last time I filmed, I just moved a few things and left the rest, and I was going to come back and take care of it, and I didn't. I seem to have given up on my Pan That Palette project this year, not on purpose. So I'm going to take my Cargo HD illuminating palette, and I'm going to use this bronzer here just to put in my transition. What happened is when I was prepping to film my single eyeshadow video, I kind of, swallowed all those single eyeshadows into my single eyeshadows, and some of them made them back out. It's a lie. But most of them are inside all of my single eyeshadows, and I haven't taken the time to go back through and pull them out, probably because I wasn't solely invested. I'm more invested in playing with my eyeshadows and getting to know them this year versus panning them, which is unfortunate because the concept behind the Pan That Palette project this year, which was created by my friend Erin, is such a phenomenal idea. Could I go through and find them and pull them out? Sure, but like I said, I'm not invested in doing that. I thought the other day, at least go and pull out your eyeshadow that you can use to set your primer. And I might do that because that's my single anyways. And then my duo, which is a burgundy and a shimmery pink. If I want to work on them, fine. If I don't, that's okay too. So I might do that, but that's kind of what happened to my Pan That Palette this year. It was not intentional when I went into it, but it has become intentional since having finished filming my single eyeshadow collection. Usually I do this first and my brain just didn't even think about it. I'm taking my Mirabella Visionary eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Charmed. I'm just going to tap it on my lid. I'm looking over because my mirror is there. I'm really enjoying my Mirabella Charmed eyeshadow. It's a matte shade. When you look at it in the pot, there's like a shimmer in there. I don't know if it's going to pick up or not, but that shimmer doesn't translate onto the eye. But I really like this eyeshadow for when I'm doing quick looks. I also use it as a blush, a cream blush. I've kind of stepped away from doing that lately. For some reason, I don't know what that some reason is, but I definitely have. And I may come back to it again at a later point because I do like it as a blush. I'm just trying to use it as an eyeshadow, or I am just using it as an eyeshadow. Have been for about a month. Okay, I'm taking Okay by ColourPop, which is my Super Shock. I am trying to pan, and I am just going to put it on. Charmed. When this was all crumbly and a hot mess, I was not enjoying this Super Shock at all, but now that I've pushed it all to the side and it's a little more compact, I'm definitely getting better pigmentation than I was prior to, so I am glad about that, because at one point I was talking about throwing it away, or decluttering it, excuse me. I'm going to take, is this Drift? Yes, I'm going to take Drift, and I am just going to work it in my outer corner. This is part of my project, Partners in Cream, which I am just adoring the heck out of that project. One, because I adore cream products, but it has really motivated me to use up a lot of products that have been in my drawers, just kind of collecting dust. It's kind of pushed me to use them up and move them out of my collection, and I'm so grateful to have them out of my collection. Even though some of them I like more than others, I like knowing that I am slowly culling the herd of all these products that I really don't want. That's why I use them for a while, and then I stop using them for whatever reason. I decide I don't like them. And all of them vary from, you know, product to product, but although my Smoothers BB cream by CoverGirl, I like that BB cream. The only reason why I didn't like it anymore is because I knew it was so old and I needed it out of my collection. Okay, I'm going to take my weekly product pan from the Nubian 2 palette. It is this shade right here called Lydia, and I am going to pack it on top of Drift. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. I have very little on my brush. I am going to take my Nubian palette, and I am going to use the bronze shade that I failed to use last week when it was in my weekly product pan, and I am actually just going to tap it right in the middle of my eye, hooking it between Lydia and Okay. Oh, that's pretty. I wasn't sure how those two would look together. I don't have any polish on because my nails are snapping off left and right, and I really mean they're just tearing and popping off. I bumped myself in the forehead with my thumb the other day and just snapped it right off. So I don't know what's going on with my nails, so I'm giving them a breather at the moment to just kind of relax. Okay, this look is a little more dramatic than I envisioned this late at night, but that's okay. And I am taking that same bronzer that I used from Cargo HD and just dusting it over the top portion of my lid to help soften up those seams. Holy smokes, I am in love with this look. I'm hoping it looks as good when I'm finished as it does right now, or at least what my mind says. It looks good. It worries me because usually I don't like it at this stage. So if I'm liking it at this stage, where are we gonna go from here? Okay, I'm not panning a primer, but I am trying to use up the sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. Okay, I am not panning a foundation at the moment, so I'm just going to use this Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation, and it's in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics concealer wheel, and I am just taking the peach shade right here and just putting it on my under eye. If any of you guys follow me on my Partners in Cream project, you know that I want to use this 15 times, and then my plan is to declutter it because it's so darn old and one of the lids is cracked on it, but at the moment I'm still about 7 uses away from 15, and I'm so worried, you know, how safe is this concealer to use since the lid is cracked and it's so old. It doesn't have a weird smell or anything like that, but I'm really worried about it. But I keep plugging along, and I'm just using my Camo concealer sponge, which I adore. I have a couple more in my cart. We'll see if I finally purchase it, but as of right now, they're just hanging out in there. And I'm going to take one of this ivory shade right here, and I am just going to use it on the side of my nose, on my chin. Oh, I don't think that was the right pan. Oops. Is anyone else following the Ghislaine Maxwell case? I mean, you can no longer call it the Jeffrey Epstein case, except to say that, you know, she conspired with him, but I'm interested to see if she actually talks. And some of the conspiracies out there crack me up. How she was a Mossad agent and Epstein was Mossad, and they were collecting secrets on these well-known men to bring down countries. I know that governments do unsavory things, but I would hope no country would stoop to the level of trafficking young minors, all for the sexual pleasure of a big fish. I would hope not. Okay, I am not panning a cream highlighter, so I'm taking my Pacifica Get Lit Multi Highlight, and this is in the shade Pink Opal. I really like this highlighter, and I have been using it quite a bit ever since I finished. Am I gonna get product out? Okay, finally. Okay, we finally have product. Once I finished the cream highlighter I was panning, I grabbed this one from the drawer. I have used a few others because I'm just testing them out to see what I think about them, but I keep coming back to this one because I really like it. I'm also not panning a cream blush, so I'm just taking my CoverGirl Clean Fresh Cream Blush in Sweet Innocence. This is a beautiful pink, peachy pink with a ton of shimmer. I failed to use my contour stick, so I am going to go back and grab my ABH contour stick, and this is in the shade Mink. It's far too dark for me, but I use it somewhat as a bronzer. I just pick some up on my sponge and then tap it around the perimeter of my face. Back to Ms. Maxwell. I'm just waiting to see if she sings like a canary to save her tuchus, or if she keeps her mouth shut, or if something happens to her. What do you guys think? I really hope nothing happens to her, because I would like to see justice be done in the form of her giving up the other people in the ring, not just the men, but there were other women involved. I'm going to take my bronzer from my Becca and Chloe and Malika palette, and I am just going to put a little bit of bronzer on, not a whole lot, because I am no longer panning a bronzer. I'm so happy about that. You have no idea how happy I am that that bronzer is done. So thank you to Nona for telling me to take it out, meaning finish it up. So I hit pan on it last week, and I have not been so happy to hit pan on something in my life. I'm going to take my Marshmallow by The Body Shop, which I am panning. I'm just taking this really fluffy Luxie brush and dusting it on my face. I love this brush because I get more of a wash versus a heavy presence. So like if I'm using a blush that's overly pigmented or a little darker, I will use this brush, and it just gives me this beautiful wash, and I love it. I got it from Ipsy, and I didn't know how to use this brush at first. I was like, what do I do with this? And I finally looked it up on their website. They're like, this is what you do, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I've been loving it ever since. Is it my go-to daily blush brush? No. But it's definitely the brush I go to when I don't want a heavy blush. I was looking for my Tarte color wheel. That's why I didn't want a heavy Marshmallow, because I want to go in with my Surreal that I'm using this week for my weekly product pan. Alright, I am panning a brow product, and that is my Chella Tantalizing Taupe eyebrow cream. I have destroyed the brush in here, so I'm just using my BH Cosmetics brow. Well, it's a slanted eyeliner brush, but it's the only brush I have that's small enough to fit in this little hole, and I have been using this all year long, and my number continues to stay steady and strong, which is irritating. I need to either go get my brows done or find my tweezers, but I've been looking for my tweezers and can't find them, and I hate that. Not that my tweezers are expensive. I don't have expensive tweezers. I have tweezers, and so I would really like to just use the tweezers I have versus buying new ones. Okay, that was down and dirty. I'm just going to set my brows with my Maybelline Easy Breezy Brow Gel. This is clear. I like this brow gel. So what are some videos you would like to see me do here on my channel? I have had some requests for a couple of videos, which I will be doing, but I would like to create content that you guys are interested in. I've noticed lately that my weekly product pan videos only get a handful of watchers. While I like weekly product pan if you guys don't, I would rather switch to something that you guys would like to watch versus making a video that no one's watching, because I'm still going to use my products. But if you would rather see me do a shop my stash or another variation of randomly selecting makeup from my collection, I would be happy to do that. If weekly product pan or even shop my stash is not something that interests you guys, let me know. I don't have to film it. I can still do it and not film it, so my hair looks flat as a pancake. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do, what you'd like to see me incorporate or cut out. I'm not panning a mascara, so I'm just using my Maybelline Colossal Mascara. I forgot highlighter. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. So I'm going to take my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. It's catching, the light is catching that pan, so I don't know if you guys will be able to see. I'm not quite to side pan yet, but I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And I'm not one for champagne pop, but because I'm panning it, I'm going to use it. I usually mix it with another highlighter, but where that highlighter is, I don't know. And I'm just going to take my Maybelline Nocturnal Rose for my lips. I don't think I will be able to finish this year. I mean, that's a lot of product, but considering this was brand new when I brought it in, I'll be happy with whatever I get done with it. But I use it all the time, but it's like I don't make any progress. All right, so this is my final look using products that I have currently in projects. I like it. I like it. That highlighter though. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and please leave me down in the comments any of your thoughts, feelings, concerns, complaints, ideas. I would truly appreciate that. Please take good care, be safe, be smart, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.